Hello guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. As you can see by the title, I am going to be hurting my feelings today by reading your guys's one-star reviews or people's one-star reviews to my favorite books, to the books that I rated 5-star. I always try to stay away from one-star reviews from any of the books that I read just because at the end of the day, they don't make sense to me. I do not agree with them. I am going to be blurring the name and the pictures of the people that I actually, show the review or the comment from, just because I know that they did not sign up for this. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it somewhere in the screen. I am in a different setup or background. The lighting is a lot better in my living room than it is in my book room in the basement. I decided to just come up here and film in this background. I do have my favorite books in the back and I keep them in like a little shelf that I have. So let's just jump right into the video. One of my 5-star reads was The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. When I tell you that I absolutely love this little town, I absolutely love this little town, and I love the found family in every single one of the books. So far I read 2 of them. So let's just go ahead and put the first comment here that someone posted. It looks like someone said this book was 99 cents and I still want my money back. First of all, tell me where you got this book for 99 cents, because wherever you're shopping for your books, I need to shop there too. Because how come you got this book for 99 cents? Excuse me. Come on now. I don't agree with you. Whatever. Another one is, I need therapy after this. How come you need therapy? I just don't understand. This is why I just never look at these. Because why? Why do you need therapy after this book? Like, I'm a dark romance person. After those books, I don't even feel like I need therapy, so why would you? Maybe I'm just a little messed up. Maybe I'm just messed up. Maybe, I don't know. Someone said, DNF'd at 24%. The only good thing about this book is the cover. It's so badly written, I can't look past it. Let me tell you, I do agree with you. The covers of these books are absolutely gorgeous. The writing, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I mean, unless you're just, I don't know, unless you look at things for, I understand that obviously if there are obvious errors and things like that, but I didn't see the writing being bad at all. I don't know what you mean, but again, your opinion, whatever. Someone said, I hated everyone but Casper the cat. I'm not gonna lie, love Casper the cat. I love that cat. And I am not typically a cat person. Not that I don't or I wouldn't have one. It's just my husband is allergic. So obviously I can't have one. And I never own a cat. But I will love a cat. And I agree with you. I love Casper the cat. I don't agree with you about hating every single person in the book. Come on now. I absolutely love the found family. One of the things that I love about the series in general is the found family. So I don't agree with you on that one. Sorry. Another book that I rated it 5-star this year was God of Pain. I feel like with the Rena universe, I started with the Legacy of Gods. I read the first 3, God of Wrath, God of Pain, and God of Malice, God of Malice, God of Pain, God of Wrath. I read all 3 of them. Loved all 3 of them. Rated 5-star all 3 of them, but we're talking about 2025 so far. God of Pain said, DNF'd. Loki has some expectations because the MC was quiet and introverted. Why can these men just be normal? You know you're reading a Rena Kent book, right? That I don't mean to sound smart about this, but going into a dark series and expecting the men to be normal, it's crazy. Because how can you expect them to be normal when they're creating them to be the way they are? We don't want them to be normal. We don't need them to be normal. We have husbands, friends, boyfriend situationships, whatever you are in the real world, those are normal people. The people that we read about in books, we don't want them to be normal, okay? That's the whole point of fiction. Anyways, moving on. Someone said, boring. I was skipping smut and their moments together, and I was living only for the glimpses of the other characters. At that point, you should have just DNF'd the book, in my opinion. I would never stay in a book just because of the glimpses of the other characters. That's just me though. And boring, I definitely disagree. I don't think it was boring at all. Actually, it was really, like, some of the scenes were shocking. There was a scene in there that I was like, are you kidding me? How? Another book that I rated 5-star was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. That book broke my heart and put it back together all in once. I absolutely loved it. And the fact that people think that this book is just not good and people actually write 1-star reviews, I don't know why. I don't know. Most of the ones that I've seen are that it's just boring and that it's just too long. To me, I wanted more. That's just my opinion. But someone said, it's been a minute since I've had a book cause me actual physical pain from how disappointing it was. LOL. I don't think it's funny. Physical pain is crazy. Physical pain is actually crazy to say. Physical pain, really? I think you're exaggerating a little too much. But I don't agree. I just don't agree with any of these. I'm sorry, I don't agree. It's just for fun that I'm reading this. So yeah, physical pain is crazy. I hope that you went to the doctor and you got medicine, or that you took ibuprofen or something, because that's not cool. And the fact that 40 people liked this comment, this one here was okay. You know, I like when people say, hey, I didn't like this, but if you did, good for you. You know, like that's nice. Someone said, if you like this book, good for you. Thank you. But F me, it was so boring. Overhyped and underwhelming. This book can sit on my... You see, I was gonna be nice. But the fact that you say this book can sit on my, middle finger and rotate, it's crazy. And the fact that 85 people like this comment is even more crazy. Because why do you have to be so offensive? Like, you automatically messed up the first book that you said when you said, if you like this book, good for you. You're basically telling us to sit on your middle finger and rotate to all the people that actually enjoy this book. So that's messed up with you. Just because of that last part, you're messed up. I'm sorry. Someone said people should describe this book as a white woman making a deal with a white god while she falls in love with a white man, alternating between two white scenarios. Moving on. Another book that I read this year was Cash by Jessica Patterson. I absolutely love this book. I think that this book got me into a lot more of my cowboy romance. Hi besties, I'm in a totally different location because at the end of the last clip I have forgotten that I needed somewhere to be. My husband came home and I was really behind on time, so I needed to go. But jumping right into the video, the other book that I rated 5-star was FaceTime Caller. This was a newer release and I absolutely loved it. When I tell you that this book got me out of a reading slump that I was in a deep reading slump. I think I'm slowly and still in it, but at the time this book made me want to pick up more books, which was amazing. Someone said, it is really sad that there are so many young women loving this book and giving it 5-star reviews. Get off your phones and actually meet someone in real life and create your own love story. Okay, do people understand that this is like fiction? This is just for the purpose of having fun and reading. I don't agree with this. I think that how can someone find their own love story by reading this book? Like, it's not making sense. At least this person, I don't know how they could come up with that. It's beyond, I don't know. I just don't have words. But I will say that us reading these books are not to find love or to feel any, like, we love it because it's fiction and it's romantic, and you know, some of us are just hopeless romantic people, and there's just something about the beautiful, like, writing and like just things that you wish would happen in real life. And I don't know, to me this comment was really like, okay. There was a lot of comments of people DNFing the book, and I'm really sad because I really did enjoy the book. I don't know why. I think it was just the fact that the character was a single mom, and even though I'm not a single mom, but I can relate to some of the things that she might have done that I probably would have done if I was a single mom. So I don't know, to me her love story and her putting herself last because her being a mother and, you know, her daughter getting into her dating life or worrying about her in the sense of like she also wanted her to see, you know, she also wanted her happy. I don't know, to me it was really emotional and really like beautiful. I didn't cry or anything, but it was just like a beautiful story. Someone said, this book was so boring, it single-handedly put me in the biggest reading slump ever. I feel so bad because, like, wow, this book got me out of a slump. So that's how you know books are subjective and anybody can just feel any sort of way, because this book actually got me out of a slump, and I guess it put this girl in a reading slump. Someone said, no one actually enjoyed this. I'm sure all these people are lying. 15 people like this as well, which, okay. But I was not lying. I really enjoyed it, and I don't normally or typically write reviews on Goodreads. I'm not a reviewer in that sense. I do want to change that because there are books that if I give it a 4 or a 5 star or a 4.5 or a 5 star, I do want to definitely put my thoughts on there and let people know if this is something like whatever I'm feeling at the time, I want to write it on there. So for this book, I actually did write a review. It was nothing crazy. I am not trying to write a 3-paragraph, you know, review on the book. I feel like that's why I have YouTube, because I love talking about them and I can talk here. But I did let someone, obviously whoever was reading my review, if they do, that this book was the best thing I've ever read, and it was another 5-star of the year, which I'm excited. And yeah, I don't agree because I really enjoyed it and I was not lying. Okay, someone said, this definitely hurt my brain cells. There was a lot of people just saying that it was just like not good, DNF'd. So a lot of people just DNF'd for the majority of the comments. And first of all, again, writing a bad review, I guess it's okay if it's being respectful, but I don't know. I would never write a bad review. By the way, I don't think I've ever have, unless it's something that's definitely something wrong with the book that is like harming or something like that. Like, that's different because it's good to give people awareness of those things. But some of these are just like, someone said, my favorite part of the book was when it ended. Good for you. The fact that you stuck it out that long, I appreciated that, because there are some books sometimes where you could be 20-25% and you might not enjoy it, but then at the 30, 35, 40, 45%, you end up loving it. So I'm glad that you gave it a try. But yeah, my favorite part was kind of the ending. It was really good. Okay guys, so I think I'm going to close out the video here because I do have a lot more books that I have rated 4.5, 4, 5 stars that if you would like me to, I can do a part 2 to this. But I had fun going through it kind of and seeing what people thought about the book. It kind of hurts when people don't like the same books that you do, or not hurt, but it's kind of like, wow, some people have different opinions, and that's okay. But you think to yourself, you're like, oh my god, this was the best book I've ever read, and there are the same amount of people who also do not like it or dislike it, or actually, you know, it's a big word to say, the H word, like hate. A lot of people do hate them, and they make it clear on Goodreads. So if you want to stay away from knowing what people say, just don't go into those one reviews, because some of them are ruthless, to be honest. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my socials, and I will see you guys in the next video.